Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of Power Pop Shakers. This is where I talk about Power Pop, new releases and the odd reissue. If you go to my channel and click on playlists, you'll be able to listen to the tracks that I talk about today. First up, we've got Mick Trouble, and it's Mick Trouble's second LP on Emotional Response. I've uploaded the track Me and the Riddle Tree. Jed Smith is one half of Janine's, who I mentioned in the last episode of Power Pop Shakers, and he's also back here as his alter ego Mick Trouble, doing an affectionate tribute to early 80s UK indie pop. Next, it's the Bishop's Daredevil Stunt Club, and they've uploaded a track called Hold You Up, and you can find that on my Power Pop Shakers playlist. The Bishop's Daredevil Stunt Club have been promising an LP for several months now, and this is supposedly going to be on the new album when it does appear. It's another guitar-driven power pop gem from this Chicago-based troupe. Next we've got True West and a triple CD set called Kaleidoscope of Shadows, The Story So Far, which is out on the Bring Out Your Dead label. I've uploaded the track Falling Away. They were a Paisley underground band from the early 80s led by Russ Tolman, and Kaleidoscope of Shadows brings together their 3 albums from the 80s, plus a plethora of unreleased and rare tracks as well. They deserved to break through in the same manner that R.E.M. did, but unfortunately they remained a cult band, but are well worth investigating. Next up, it's Buzzcocks and a 10-inch EP called Senses Out of Control, which Cherry Red has put out. The title track, Senses Out of Control, has been uploaded to the Power Pop Shakers playlist. Ignoring whether or not Steve Diggle should still be recording under the Buzzcocks name, this is a really catchy pop-punk song, and it doesn't really discredit the memory of earlier tracks by the Buzzcocks, and in fact it's a pretty good song. Next, it's the Stroppies and the album Levity on Tough Love. I've uploaded the track The Perfect Crime. It's got a rather irritating repeated vocal sample along similar lines to Laurie Anderson's Oh Superman, but the jangling guitars really appeal to me. Their sound is an update of that classic 80s Australian garage band sound, and they've recently been playing arenas here in the UK with Paul Weller. Next, it's the Uni Boys and On Your Lovin' Mind, which is a digital single put out by Curation, and it's to be included on their album Do It All Next Week, which is due out sometime in the summer. The video is a spoof of a late 70s public access music show, and the song is an accurate recreation of late 70s guitar power pop, and the band come from Los Angeles. It's a fun video, well worth watching. Next, it's a various artists compilation, Someone Anyone 50th anniversary tribute to Todd Rundgren's Something Anything, and the track Couldn't I Just Tell You by Marshall Crenshaw has been uploaded to the playlist, and it's taken from a tribute album recreating all 25 tracks from Something Anything, and it's available as a download at Bandcamp. Next, it's a reissue of a 7-inch single by Squire, The Place I Used to Live. Squire's recreation of 60s beat group music during the late 70s mod revival era really struck a chord with me. And this was originally put out by the Detour label in the 1990s and was a previously unreleased track from the 1980s. Next, it's the album Gov 3 by Young Gov, and it's out on the Run for Cover label, and I've uploaded the track Only Wanna See You Tonight. Ben Cook, who comes from Toronto, has been around since the late 90s in various guises, and is getting quite a bit of recognition at the moment for his power pop records under the Young Gov moniker. In fact, he's been touring here in the UK in recent months as well. Next, it's Warm Babies and Let's Live Underground, which is an album put out on Danger House Skylab. I've uploaded the track It's Not Her. They come from Nice, and it's a band that immediately appealed to me when I heard them because they've obviously been listening to the Flamin Groovies during their Cyril Jordan, Chris Wilson heyday. Indeed, the track It's Not Her is possibly the best song that Jordan and Wilson didn't write. Next, it's Nick Frater and presents the Rebuttals Volume 1. And the track The Last Laugh has been uploaded to the Power Pop Shakers playlist, and this is a spoof of the Beatles song of Real Love. Nick Frater's a prolific one-man band from Croydon, and as a bit of fun, he's produced a free download album on Bandcamp called Presents the Rebuttals Volume 1. It's not actually a Ruttles covers album, which you might think it was. It's covers of Beatles and solo Beatles tracks, or rather spoofs of Beatles and solo Beatles tracks. And The Last Laugh gives you a good flavour of what to expect on the album. Next, it's Coke Belda and Coke Belda 6, Mi Tributo a los Brincos, which is an album out on the Cool Cat label, and I've uploaded the track Solar to the playlist. It comes from Valencia in Spain, but is now based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And this tribute to Los Brincos has a real Beatles feel to it, and the vocals remind me a bit of Anthony Maynell from Squire, and it's well worth a listen, highly recommended. Next, it's Ty Tabor and the album Shades on the Rat Pack label, and the track Insane can be heard on the playlist. He's in his day job, he's lead guitarist and co-lead singer with the progressive metal band King's X, and it's a name, I must say, that's new to me, but Shades is a very personal album full of classic power pop guitars and harmonies, and is well worth a listen. And next we've got Graham Day and The Master of None, which has been put out on the Acid Jazz label, and I've put the track You Lied to Me on the playlist. After more than 40 years, this is the first solo album by the ex-Prisoners frontman. His voice sounds just as it did all those years ago in the Prisoners. There's quite an appealing gruffness to his vocals. I miss the presence of Hammond organ on this album, but it's still got a real attack to it, and all the music is played by Graham Day himself. Okay, and that's it for now.